Hello viewers, welcome to the 10th lecture of GATE 2021 series. I am taking the section 2 Applied Mechanics and Design, Module Engineering Mechanics, myself Professor Hemant Sharma, Department of Mechanical Engineering, working in a renowned institute of Indore, Prestige Institute of Engineering Management and Research. Today, as you all know that this is the syllabus of GATE 2021 of Engineering Mechanics. And today, in my 10th lecture, I will be taking some of the topics of virtual work. We will be discussing the concept of virtual work, principle of virtual work, different methods to solve the frame problems, and numericals. First of all, let us start what is the virtual work concept. In the previous articles, we have already discussed that work done by a force is equal to the force multiplied by the distance through which the body is moved in the direction of the force. But if we assume that if the body is in equilibrium under the action of the force system of forces, then the net work will be zero. But if we assume that the body in equilibrium undergoes an infinite small imaginary displacement, which is known as the virtual displacement, then some work will be imagined to be done. Then such an imaginary work is called virtual work. The concept of virtual work is very useful in finding out the unknown forces in the structures. So let us understand the principle of virtual work. The statement is as follows: if a system of forces acting on a body or a system of bodies to be in equilibrium and the system be imagined to undergo a small displacement consistent with the geometrical conditions, then the algebraic sum of the virtual works done by all the forces of the system is zero. Let us understand this concept by having a figure shown below. There is an imaginary axis OX and imaginary y-axis OY, and let a force OD in the line of OD, a force P is acting, and its direction or say angle is theta with positive x-axis. Then the two components of force P in x-axis and y-axis, it will be resolved in two directions. Px is equal to component of force in x-axis direction, and that the value of Px will be P cos theta. Similarly, Py, the component of force in y direction, will be P sin theta. Now consider the body to move from O to some other point C. Now assume that the force is applied in the direction of OD and let the body move from O to C, point C. This is the final displacement, and this OC will be making an angle of alpha degree with OD. Now from the geometry of the figure, we can see that the total angle in triangle, right angle triangle OAC, the total angle will be theta plus alpha, and cos of theta plus alpha is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Base is OA and hypotenuse is OC. Now here we can write it as OA is equal to OC into cos theta plus alpha. Similarly, we can write OB is equal to AC, and that will be equal to OC into sine of theta plus alpha, taking the sine component of the angle theta plus alpha. Now we know that the sum of the works done by the components Px and Py of the force P will be equal to Px multiplied by OA plus Py multiplied by OB, because we know that the Px having a displacement of OA in x direction, and Py force component will be having a displacement of OB in y direction. Therefore, substituting the value of Px and Py here, and OA and OB too, the values of OA and OB, we get P cos theta into OC cos theta plus alpha plus P sin theta into OC sin theta plus alpha. Now solving and taking constant as P into OC as constant from the numerical part, we get the remaining portion as cos theta into cos theta plus alpha plus sin theta into sin theta plus alpha. Now you can see that the formula for cos A minus B will be cos A cos B, plus sin A sin B. Therefore, applying the formula of cos A minus B here, we get P into cos OC, cos theta minus of theta minus alpha. Theta to theta cancelled, and remaining the portion is cos of minus alpha. As you know that in trigonometry, cos of any negative angle will be equal to positive of cos alpha. The final result we get here P into OC cos alpha. And here the result that is equivalent to the work done by the force P in moving the body from O to C, and that too is equal to P into OC cos alpha. Since the equation 1 and 2 are the same or equal, therefore work done by a force is equal to the sum of the work done by its resolved components. Okay. There are various sign conventions which we have to keep in mind before proceeding further or applying the principle of virtual work in different forms for solving the numericals. First is that upward force as considered as positive because upward is positive y direction. Therefore, the downward will be taken as negative. Forces acting towards right are considered as positive because right hand side is positive x-axis. Therefore, left hand side will be taken as negative. Forces acting in the clockwise direction are considered as positive, whereas the anti-clockwise as negative. Tensile forces are considered as positive, whereas the compressive are considered as negative. There are various applications of the principle of virtual work. For example, in beams, we can apply the concept of virtual work in lifting machines, in frames structured, and so on. There are many other applications too. So let us take the consideration of example of beams. Application of the principle of virtual work on beams carrying point load. As you can see that here is the beam of length L, AB, a beam AB of length L, and at a distance of A from A, at a distance of small a from point A, at point C, a load W is acting. The remaining portion or length will be B, that is A plus B is equal to L. Now, as we can see that the reactions will be produced at point A upward and point B upward. If we assume that the point B the reaction is RB and the virtual work done by the reaction RB at point B, assuming at Y, sorry, that will be Y upward from B to D. Then we can draw a line from A to D and assume that the virtual distance moved due to virtual work done at point C due to W load will be equal to X, that is EC. Now, now in two similar triangles, that is ABD and ACE, we can apply the ratio proportion basic proportionality theorem. Then by ratio and proportion, X upon Y will be equal to A upon L. That is small x is equal to A into Y upon L. Total virtual work done by the two reactions RA and RB we will be calculating here. So RA multiply by 0 because we are assuming that the reaction RA will be producing the 0 work done, 0 displacement, plus RB will be producing Y displacement, therefore plus RB into Y. So we have find the virtual work done by the two reactions, and that is equal to plus of RY RB into Y. And the virtual work done by the point load W will be W into X, and that will be negative because the load is applied downwards and reaction is upward. Therefore, the virtual work done will be positive by reaction RB. Adding this both the virtual work done on the whole beam, we get the algebraic sum of the virtual work done is 0. Therefore, RB into Y is minus W into X is equal to 0. Therefore, we will find the value of RB, which is equivalent to W into A upon L, and substituting the value of RB in equation, that is RA plus RB is equal to W, we will be getting the value of RA, that is W into B upon L. So this was the application of virtual work in finding the reactions in simply supported beams. Okay, the final part of my today's lecture is we will take one of the example, that is a beam AB of span 5 meter is carrying a point load 2 kilonewton at a distance of 2 meter from A. The remaining distance BC will be equal to 3 meter. Determine the beam reaction by using the principle of virtual work. As you all know that here in triangle ADB and triangle AEC, these are similar triangle. Therefore, applying the basic proportionality theorem of ratio and proportion, we will be getting here the value of taking BD is equal to y, then EC will be equivalent to 2y by 5, or say 2 by 5 of y. Now, applying the virtual work by the two reactions RA and RB. So RA multiplied by 0, therefore, because virtual work at A point is assuming it as 0, and at point B, RB into Y. This will be the virtual work done by two reactions, and it will be equal to the virtual work done by the point load. That is, point load is equivalent to 2 kilonewton multiplied by 0.4. That because the value of x is 0 comes out to be 0.4, because 2y by 5 is equal to 0.4y as shown in figure. Therefore, it will be equivalent to minus of 0.8y. Adding all the virtual work and equating it to 0, because the total virtual work done in this case is 0, because the whole beam is in equilibrium. Therefore, we will be finding the value of RB by solving this equation, and RB comes out to be 0.8 kilonewton and RA comes out to be 1.2 kilonewton. Okay, this was all in my today's lecture, and I request all the viewers that if you are enjoying my GATE lectures, then please subscribe my channel as well as press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of my next videos. Thank you.